Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Rosie, and if you are new here, please do consider subscribing using that big red button down below. So my previous video on Wednesday, I was showing you the before and after and the kind of transformation of the guest bedroom in my parents' house along with the guest bathroom, the ensuite. We painted that blue, and it was a really nice process for me to kind of take a room from a complete mess and turn it into a really lovely guest bedroom. And the other room that we did in the house was the dressing room. Now this used to be an office. I'm going to pop some photographs here of how the office used to look. So there was a desk in the middle with a chair. There was 2 whole walls, pretty much a wall and a half full of files, books, tools, just kind of everything. It was such a big mess. There was a lot of things on the floor, and it was just really not a nice place to be in. So my dad used to use this room as an office, but he actually found that he was too cold, so I ended up working in the lounge a lot. So this room was kind of an empty space. Well, it wasn't empty, it was really, really full, but it was not being used. So I said to my parents, okay, how about we get rid of all of that and turn it into a dressing room? And that's what we did. So today I thought I would show you kind of what we did and show you the before and after pictures, and yeah, just kind of show you what we did and what I think could be good for anybody watching. Now, I'm not an interior designer. It's something that I would probably really like to do in the future, maybe do some courses. I would love to have my own house and renovate and do the whole thing. We don't have that possibility at the moment because we're about to go on traveling in South America, so subscribe if you want to watch some of my travel vlogs coming soon. But yeah, I thought I'd kind of give you a tour of the room and show you what we got. So, starting off with these wardrobes, we got Pax wardrobes from IKEA. We did actually get some gold handles, and this door I think is called beige. Looking back, I kind of think maybe we could have gone for white because we have white furniture over there. I'll show you that in a minute. But we got the taller size, so there's 2 different options. We got the tallest one, which I think is brilliant. I'm not going to show you the whole wardrobe, but we have space up here for pillows and cushions, things like that, clothing, jumpers, and then we also have a couple of drawers, and then some shoes along the bottom. So this is really brilliant to have one drawer where you can see your underwear, your socks, jewellery, bags, that kind of thing. And then pyjamas, jeans, you know, any kind of organisation. The great thing about Pax is that you can add as many drawers and shelves as you like, so you can kind of customise it to what you need for your wardrobe. So this one is my dad's wardrobe. This side is for hanging space. So in this side I will actually show you. So in the top again we have space for cushions, for beds, pillows, cushions, duvets, anything like that for bedding. We then have a full rail all the way across, but we added this in, which is a half, I can't remember the name, but it's basically like a half shelving. So we've added some drawers in here, and then we've also added some shoe drawers. So you can pop shoes on there. My dad's trainers from like the 80s, still got them, I don't know why. Does anybody else's parents still have their trainers from the 80s? And then obviously you can have long dresses and things here, and suitcase space as well. And these are really nice, they close softly, so there's no banging doors, which I think is brilliant as well. And then this one is the same as that one, so I'll just show you quickly. So space, there's pots in here at the minute because my brother is visiting, and I kind of moved all the pots in here so the kids don't break them. Usually it's full of clothes, drawers and shoes and things. So that's the wardrobe that we got, and if you can see, I don't know if Jeremy's going to put it on wide view, but it fills pretty much this whole room, which is about 3 meters by 3 meters. It's a square room. So yeah, they're quite big, but the reason I popped them on this side is because the door is here, and I didn't want you to walk in through the door and have the wardrobe space in front of you. I thought it might feel a little bit overwhelming, a little bit like it was closing in on you, but actually walking in and having the cupboards on the right hand side I think works really well. It makes the room feel really, really big, especially compared to the office that we had here previously. Okay, we also do have this little storage. So they had these Billy bookcases in here before. This is what they had on the wall, so down here and down here where they had files and books. We've kept this one just for Kira, which is our dog, my parents' dog, for her treats and things. We've got her harnesses, some chew toys, some food, dog food, dentist sticks, treats, and then stuff. You know how parents have stuff? This is like the dog and stuff area, so everything's going in there. And then behind me here on the wall we have, this is my grandfather and his brothers and dad, and then also just a Claude Monet. So I'll put these on here so it's got a little bit of a personal touch. Now the next thing I want to talk about is the paint. This paint is pinker than I thought it would be. I thought it would be more of an off-white, but it's actually quite pink. I don't know how it's shown up on camera. This one is called Evening Barley, if I remember correctly, from Dulux. I'll leave it linked down below just in case I'm not saying it properly. I'm pretty sure it's Evening Barley. I'll leave it linked down below as well. We painted the radiator, almost forgot that word, and the skirting board, because the skirting board, well, basically the whole room was this weird shade of green blue. So including the skirting boards, the radiator, the walls and the ceiling, so we had to paint the whole thing. This is Jasmine White by Dulux, which is a paint and wood, a metal and wood paint. So that's on the skirting boards and on the radiator. The ceiling is a paint called, I don't remember what that one's called. Okay, I'm going to leave the paint names down below in the description box. I'll say orange wall this, pink wall this, ceiling this, and then skirting and radiator this. And we want to make sure that you have all the right information. So we have a nice old wooden door. This obviously we've left. This is a really old door handle that we've left. We have Kira's cage here. So something that I would like to buy is a cage, like a cover almost. So you can buy them where they're like polka dot, grey, beige, something like that. Because at the moment they just have an old rug on here, and then if she sleeps in there they close it up. But otherwise I think it could look nicer. So on this wall we do have some prints that I want to put up. We haven't actually got around to it just yet. But this is one of my photographs from the south of France. This is just an old French wall with a drain pipe and these nice colours. So I did think about placing this here. I'm not sure if it washes out a little bit too much with the colour of the walls. So we'll see, maybe that or something else. Okay, moving along, I'm going to pop that on there. Moving along, we have this chest of drawers. So my parents had this in their bedroom previously when this was an office. So we haven't done anything to this. I would like to change the handles to replace them with gold ones. I think that would kind of soften up this furniture a little bit more. Again, what we did with the blue room, the guest room, so I'll leave that link down below if you haven't watched that video. But I think just something simple as changing out handles can really change the kind of feel of a room, but also the feel and the aesthetic of a piece of furniture. So this is old, but it's fine, it's white and it works. On the windowsill here, we've got two of my mum's pots. I love these. She had them in the studio, just kind of not doing anything. I thought, bring a little bit of blue in the room, I think is really, really great. And then we have a couple of medals, my grandparents, my parents when they were at university, and then just some little bits that my mum wanted in the room. In terms of curtains, we've gone for a very, very thin, almost like a linen. We had this anyway, somewhere in the house, and I thought it would be perfect here because you can style this a little bit nicer so that it kind of covers a little bit of the window. Otherwise you can just have it all the way open. So it just adds a little bit of warmth without blocking out any of that light. Moving this way, this is a chair that my parents bought me when I went to university, so about 15 years ago. We've still got it. I think everybody has one of these IKEA chairs in their house. So we've just added a pink cushion. I actually bought this from IKEA recently. It was about £5, it's super cheap. But I love the tones of this pink. And this is a cushion that we've had for a while. It's felt. I can't remember the artist, but it's kind of an art piece rather than, you know, it's quite expensive. Jeremy's pulling a funny face. This is a beautiful felted cushion. Anyway, that lives here now, which is great. Moving on to the plant. I'll leave it linked down below. I think it's called a money tree. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but apparently these are really, really easy to keep alive. So my mum is notorious for killing plants. A bit like me, it's passed down through the generations. Thanks, mum, for that one. But I think these are super easy to keep alive. I think you feed it maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks, and it can also survive under these kind of lighting. It doesn't have to have sunlight. So that's brilliant here. I think it's nice just to add a little bit of colour, a little bit of life, a little bit of a, you know, real plant. I think it's brilliant. And the terracotta pot we've actually got from my grandma's house. So she's moving, well, she's moving in with my parents. We're selling her house, we brought this over, and I think it works really, really nicely with the wall colour. The mirror is from IKEA. This is, I don't remember the name, again I will leave it linked down below. It was about £90, so it's quite expensive, but then also we looked in TK Maxx and anything this size was kind of £250. So £90 I think is pretty good. It's huge. I mean, I'm 5'8" and this is huge, which is what I wanted. I wanted something that takes up quite a bit of the space of the wall and also something that you can kind of look in and not have to, you know, only see this part of your body. You kind of have to see how you look. I like the fact that you can see your whole body. You can do some twirling in your nice dresses. But yeah, I love this. I think it's brilliant. I personally would have put it against the wall flat, but my parents wanted to have it sticking out a bit on the bottom. It's fine, it's their house. And finally, the paint colour. Now this, I thought it was going to be darker. I think this is called terracotta something. Again, I'll leave a link down below, from Dulux. I thought it was going to be darker, and I do kind of wish I had gone darker with the orange. I think we could have done it. But as it was my first time decorating, I didn't want to have something too dark and kind of ruin it and have to paint it again and da-da-da. So my lesson is that you can go darker with colour paints. You can always go darker. I remember when I was looking at paints, people were saying, you know, you don't want to go too dark because it'll really close off the room, but actually I feel like I could have gone darker with this. But I love it. I think it's quite Mediterranean, it's quite warm and inviting. And I think along with the plant and the kind of the pink and different tones, I really think it's a beautiful colour. Two more things to mention. The
Christmas socks.
Christmas socks in October, I know. No, the rug, this is from IKEA. This was about, was it either 80 or 130? It was around the £100 mark. I like this one for the yellow tones. I also like the shapes. It's a little bit dirty because, like I said, they've got a dog that comes in here. A little bit dirty. I like the yellow and I like the pattern, and I think it goes quite nicely with this room in terms of, you know, the warm tones, and it's quite a textural piece. Love that. Last thing I want to mention is I have these two photographs as well. So these are printed onto metal, same as the one that I showed you earlier, and these are some that I took whilst in France, and I was thinking, whoops, and I was thinking I would like to put these here because I think that would tie in nicely with the orange tones and the kind of rustic tones. So that's something that I might have to put on my parents' to-do list, but I think that's a really nice way just to add a bit of art in here, a bit of warmth and a little bit of France as well, so we can feel like we're on holiday. Okay, so that was a tour of my parents' dressing room that used to be an office. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's kind of interesting to see what it used to be like and then now transforming it into this room. I think it's brilliant, and it's nice to have an actual space for my parents to keep their clothes. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe down below using that big red button. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section down below if you would change anything, or if you think I would be a good interior designer, because it's something that I might do in the future. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!